Hi, I'm Mark of the Freestyle Yoga Project, and following on from the general warm-up sequence, things are going to get a little more intense now. It's still considered part of the warm-up, and often it's referred to as a sun salutation, but this is our take on it, where it becomes more of a full body limber, and this is an example. Standing at the front edge of your mat. On an inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, fold in two. Hands go to the floor and step back to high inclined plane and drop to press. Arms at right angles, body strong. Rolling forwards into a front body stretch, drop to press. Push up and back. The arms, the legs are straight. You're pushing your chest towards the legs. Relaxed head. Hands firmly glued to the floor. And breathe. Full, deep breaths. Stepping to the hands. Again, fold in two. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, wrap the arms around the calves and squeeze. Hands to the floor. Float back to press. Roll forwards into front body stretch. Drop to press. Pushing up and again back to inverted V. Parallel feet, spread fingers, hands firmly glued to the floor. Full, deep breathing. If you can, jump to the hands. Exhale, fold in two. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, all the way down. Hands to the floor. Float back to press. Shoulders back and down. Drop back to press. Push up and back. Keep the inseams of the feet parallel, but move the hips from side to side like you're trying to touch each wall. Mobility in the ankle joints and a slight stretch down one side of the body, then the other. Now we're pivoting on the balls of the feet. Sides of the feet hit the floor, one foot in front of the other. Straight legs, chest towards thighs. Keep that work up with the feet, but now drop the hip close to floor. Reach behind with the spare hand. Shoulder above hand. Ear away from shoulder. Butt tucked in. From here, drop the knees to center. Off to one side. Center again. Other side. Keep the same distance between the feet and the knees, toes and the knees moving in the same direction. And repeat. From here, send one leg up and over, back to center, other side. Keep the legs straight. It's a high arc, a light tap. And if you can, the arm that's opposite to the moving leg stays straight. Great work on the hips. Now we're drawing the thigh to the chest, squeezing the thigh in. The shoulders come above the hands. There's a slight rounded quality to the upper back. Placing the foot in between the hands, flex the foot, straighten the leg, and fold in two. Top of the head, moving towards the big toe. Face to shin. Bending forward leg, shoot back to press. Proud chest. Back to press. Up and back. Other side. Leg goes back, squeeze in, and repeat. When the leg goes back, it's straight. The toes are pointed. Once again, place that foot down, flex the foot, face to shin, the belly, the chest, squeezing into the thigh. Bending that forward leg, shooting it back, press. Forwards, back to press, push up and back. Now we're reaching forwards with the leg. There's not a kick, a reach. The butt is low, thus the leg is parallel to the floor. You're moving forwards to the side, and then back. And once you get into a groove, add a hop. It can be as fast or as slow as you like, but controlled. Back to inverted V. And then hop to the hands, squeeze in to straight legs. And that's the end of this sequence.
Hi, I'm Mark from the Freestyle Yoga Project, and following on from our general full body limber, I'm going to move on to a short sequence based around a standing forward fold.
So folding forwards, arms wrapped around the legs, squeezing low ribs into thighs. Relaxed head, straight legs, as straight as you can manage. Now we're going to stand on the palms, the fingers reaching for the heels, the toes climbing up the inner wrists, the arms bent, but still the legs straight. Top of the head moving towards the floor. Release and stand on the backs of the hands, elbows pointing towards the shins. Less a forward fold, the legs are straight, the arms are straight, but we're rounding the upper back, pushing the spine to the ceiling. Release. We're still standing on the backs of the hands, but we've turned the elbows out, back to a forward fold. The arms are bent, the legs are straight, but now the shoulders are up around the ears in a good way. Release again. Now the right fingertips are forward but slightly to the right of the right foot, grabbing the outside of the left foot and send that leg as high as it'll go. It doesn't have to be at 90 degrees, but after a few breaths, reach up. Reach back and grab that foot. Opening up the hip, pushing the foot away from you. And then it's time for the other side. Left fingertips down, grab the outside of the right foot and send that leg out. Ideally 90 degrees, but less if it needs to be. Reaching up. Here we've got the option of holding the position before moving on to the next. Bending that upper leg, grabbing the inside of the foot if you can. Inside because that's going to help roll that right shoulder back a little more, pushing the leg away. And release. This time we're interlacing the fingers behind the back, straight arms, and we're twisting from side to side. Keep the legs straight, ideally tapping shoulder to knee. Try to keep the heels glued to the floor. If the knee has to bend a little bit, that's absolutely fine. And now bending the legs, stepping back through that loop. Flat back, straight legs, inhale all the way up, and reach back. The chest on the ceiling, arms around the ears. And then side stretch. Straight arms. Push your left hip to the wall. Gaze forwards. The inhale brings you up. The exhale over to the other side. The inhale brings you up, and then arms down. And that's the end of this standing forward fold sequence.
Hi, this is Mark from the Freestyle Yoga Project, and following on from the standing forward fold sequence is the beginnings of our standing sequence proper.
Stepping down the length of the mat, hinging at the left hip into a basic triangle posture. Rolling that right shoulder and right hip back, reaching for the ceiling. Straight legs. Taking the arms around the ears, parallel to each other and to the floor. Try and have the chest facing the wall you can see. Bending that left leg, left fingertips to floor, raise the rear leg. Reach for the forward wall with the right fingers, the back wall with your right toes. Bending the upper leg, and try and grab the inside of the foot, outside if you can't. But as you grab the inside of the foot, so you're rolling that shoulder back as you push the foot to the ceiling. Turn this into a twist by putting the right fingers to the floor and grabbing that right foot with the left hand. This time you're grabbing the outside and top of the foot, pushing the foot to the ceiling. Twisting. Stepping all the way down the mat, toes tucked under, back knee down, and reach for that right heel with your left fingertips. Reach that right arm up and back into a kind of twisting front body stretch. The inhale brings you all the way up, turn, and it's time for the other side. Triangle first, reaching for the inside of that right foot with the right fingers, reaching up with the left arm. Shoulder, hip, roll back. The arms are now parallel to each other and to the floor. Gaze to the wall you can see. Bending that forward leg, right fingertips forward of the foot, raise the rear leg and send that arm over the ear. Breathe fully and deeply. Bending that upper leg. Again, grabbing the inside of the foot if you can. Push the leg away from you, rolling that shoulder back. Gaze to the floor. Turn this into a twist. Left fingertips to the floor and grab that left foot with the right hand. This time you're trying for the outside and top of the foot. Push that foot to the ceiling. Roll that right shoulder back. Step all the way down the mat with the left foot, toes tucked under, back knee down, reach right hand for left heel, reach left arm, up and back. The inhale brings you up, at ease. That's the end of this sequence.
Hi, I'm Mark from the Freestyle Yoga Project, and following on from our last standing sequence, we're moving into another standing sequence that is based around wide-legged forward fold.
So we've got a wide stance, parallel feet, straight legs, fold forward. Send the hands back through the legs, fingers and bent arms pointing to the wall you can see. Draw yourself through those straight legs, breathing fully and deeply. Now bring the hands slightly forward of the feet, press into the floor, lift the heels off the floor, straight arms. Essentially a handstand without the feet leaving the floor. Heels down. Press that left hand into the floor, center line whilst you reach up, touch the ceiling with your right fingers. Now grab that right ankle with both hands and pull your face towards the shin. Take hold of the ankle with the left hand and wrap your right arm around your back and aim for the left thigh. If you can't make the thigh, waistband or pocket will do. Something to anchor that hand to so you can roll that right shoulder back. Now swing that right arm across the left, grab the outside of both legs and pull significantly, whilst pushing the outer edges of the feet into the floor. Wind the forearms round each other. Turn the feet out, bend the legs, lift the elbows higher than the shoulders, then lift the heels off the floor, and breathe. Straighten the legs, square off the feet. It's the other side. Press that right hand into floor and reach up with the left arm, stacking hands and shoulders, pressing into the floor. Both hands grab that left ankle and pull down and into that leg. Right hand grabs the outside of that left ankle. Left arm wraps around the back, reaches for thigh, waistband, pocket. Roll that left shoulder back. Twist. Now swing that left arm in front of the right. Grab the outside of both legs as low as you can and pull, stretching the muscles across the upper back and shoulders. Keeping the upper arms crossed, spiral the forearms round each other. Try and get the palms together. Bend legs, turn feet out slightly, lift elbows high and come up onto balls of feet. Heels down, square off feet, straight legs and squat into that left leg. Brace the back of the arm against the shin whilst reaching up and away with that right arm. Over to the other side. It's okay if you're on the ball of that squatting foot, but heel down if you can. Now we're going to move from side to side, keeping the arms straight. Try not to use the hands to support in between the movement, but if you need to, that's fine. Now we're going to sit down, inward rotation of the hips so the knee taps the floor, then over to the other side. Again, try not to use the hands in between if you can. Use them if you need to. Now support yourself with the left hand, reach up and back with the right, then the other side. Lift those hips, reach for the wall behind you. Straighten the legs, square off the feet, interlace fingers behind the back and send the hands towards the floor. Straight arms, rolling those shoulders back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, and we're done with that sequence.
Hi, I'm Mark from the Freestyle Yoga Project. Moving on from the wide-legged standing forward fold sequence that you've just seen, we're moving into essentially a one-legged balancing sequence, which gets a little tricky at times.
So, from a wide-legged stance, we're going to turn to the right, bend the forward leg, and launch into a T shape, keeping the arms, the torso, the leg parallel to the floor, arms around the ears. Then fold into that standing leg. Send the hands as far back behind the heel as you can, whilst the left toes reach for the ceiling, face to shin. Take the left fingertips around the outside of that right foot and twist. Try not to let that left leg drift out to the side. Face front. Keep the fingers wide and then curtsy that left knee outside of the right foot. It's okay if the heel comes off the floor. Reach up again, touch the ceiling and repeat. Now launch forwards into a one-legged press. Back up again and repeat. Try not to dump out in the belly. Fingertips or palms. Walk those fingers or palms back to the foot, then in slow motion. Inhale, come up, arms out to the side, touch the walls, reach forward with the left toes. Smoothly step down the mat, turn and launch into the T shape on the other side. The standing leg can be slightly bent or straight, depending on your balance. Fold into that standing leg, face to shin, walking the hands as far back behind the heel as you can, right toes touch the ceiling. Right fingers outside of that left foot. Look over that shoulder and Try and see the right foot. Breathe fully and deeply. Face front. Fingers wide for stability as you curtsy that right knee outside of the left foot. Back up again and repeat, trying to touch the ceiling with the right toes. Next, launch into that one-legged press, push back and repeat. As you go forwards, the nose is trying to tap the floor. Keep the belly strong. Walk the fingers or palms back to that standing foot, bend that leg, inhale, come up, push that right leg forwards, arms out to the side. Try not to lean back here, even if the leg doesn't lift as high as you'd like. Foot down, arms down, another sequence done.
Hi, I'm Mark from the Freestyle Yoga Project, and we're continuing with the standing poses, only they're going to get a little more intense now, and they're based around a hand balance. Some of these positions might look a little complex, and that's because they are, but there's always a modification. You can always skip various poses and just keep it pretty basic, but they go like this.
The feet are together. Send the butt down towards the floor so the thighs are parallel to the floor, and send the arms out to the side, touching the side walls. Look to the floor in front of the feet. Squat lower. Take the right arm outside of the leg. Pitch forwards until the feet come off the floor, keeping the arms at right angles, more or less. Now we're going to straighten the legs, crossing at the ankles. The rest of the body stays more or less the same. Now send that right leg up and back. The left leg remains as is. Switch to the inside of that right thigh. Send that left leg back and balance. Shoot both legs back into press. Roll forwards, front body stretch. Drop back to press. Push up and then back. Hop to the hands again. Take that left arm outside the right thigh. Pitch down towards the floor. Send the legs up and float back to press. Roll forwards, press, up and back. Again, hop to the hands. It's the other side. Left arm outside of right thigh. Pitch forwards and down until the feet come off the floor. Breathe fully and deeply. Straighten off the legs, crossing at the ankles. Split the legs. Right leg forwards, left leg up and back. Switch. Inside of thigh onto back of left arm. Shoot back into press. Roll forwards, proud chest. Drop back to press. Push up and then back. Again, hop to the hands. The escape route, right arm outside of left thigh. Pitch forwards, leg up. Shoot back to press. Shoulders back and down. Press. Up and back. Inverted V. Readying yourself for the next sequence.
Hi, Mark from the Freestyle Yoga Project here. Next standing sequence, again, pretty short, but based on a kind of one-legged inverted V, but then it goes somewhere else, as you're about to see.
So from inverted V, we're going to come up onto the left fingertips. Send that left leg up and out. Push the chest through to the wall you can see and look underneath the arm. Come onto the outer edge of that right foot. tricky balance here as you take that left hand from the floor and reach for the inside of the foot. Push the leg away from you, rolling that shoulder back. You might want to look to the floor to help with the balance. Keep that right leg straight as you drop that bent left leg behind you. Lift the hips, lift the chest, and reach for the wall behind you. Swing over, put that left hand down and send that left foot as far forwards as you can. Spin onto the heels, straight legs, lift the hips and reach for the ceiling with the right hand. That right hand shoots to the floor, leg back, drop to press. Roll forwards, back to press, push up and back. The other side, right fingertips, right leg up and back. Roll that right hip back, push chest through and look underneath the arm. Carefully come onto the outer edge of that left foot. Right hand reaches for the inside of that right foot. Push that leg away and balance. Drop that right foot to the floor, keep the left leg straight, lift the hips, reach for the wall behind you with that right hand. Spin over, right hand hits the floor, right foot forwards, spin onto the heels, straight legs, lift those hips, proud chest, breathe. Left hand to floor, shoot that right leg back, drop to press. Tops of feet, back to press. Push up and push back. Chest towards straight legs, dropped head, inverted V. Next sequence on its way.
Hi, this is Mark from the Freestyle Yoga Project. Next sequence, still in the standing sequence, is pretty short, but it's based around quite a long lunge and it includes quite a dramatic twisting lunge, as you're about to see.
So from inverted V, step your left foot outside of the hand and reach up with that hand. Touch the ceiling. The back leg is straight and the hands and shoulders are stacked. Next, back knee down. Come onto the right fingertips and reach for that ankle or foot with the left hand. Let that left knee roll out to the side onto the outer edge of the foot if that works for you. Replant that foot. Reach that right arm out to the side. Proud chest, pushing that rear leg away from you, rolling that shoulder back. That right hand outside of a solid left thigh and twist. Shoulder roll back, looking over that shoulder. Release, straighten the back leg, twist and reach your right fingertips for the right toes, but keep that heel pointing up and back. Keep the bend in the left leg. Face front, shoot the leg back and press. Front body stretch. Back to press. Push up and back. It's the other side. Right foot outside of right hand and then reach up. Stack hands and shoulders. Straight back leg. Back knee down. Left fingertips. Bend that rear leg, grab the ankle or foot, roll the shoulder back, lift the chest, let that right leg drift out to the side. And now, taking left hand from floor, reach. You need to have that right foot replanted for this pose. Now we're going to twist. Left hand outside of right thigh, looking over that right shoulder. Face front. Straighten the back leg and reach your left fingertips this time for the left toes. That heel doesn't turn in. That right leg stays bent. It's okay if the fingers don't reach the toes. Face front, shoot the leg back, drop to press. Shoulders back and down. Back to press. Push up and then back. Inverted V. Readying ourselves for the next sequence.
Hi, Mark from the Freestyle Yoga Project here. This is essentially the last of our stock standing sequences that involves a hand balance and quite a funky escape route, and then it leads neatly into our seated sequences. Hope you like it.
So from inverted V, turning the left heel in, stepping forwards with the right foot, interlacing fingers behind the back and travelling forwards. The knuckles are moving towards the ceiling, the shoulder inside the knee. And breathe. We're spinning onto the ball of the back foot, reaching forwards with straight arms on the fingertips and pushing the back heel to the wall behind you. Chest, belly moving towards the floor. Spin that back heel down again and then reach the right arm underneath the thigh, spread the arms out parallel to the floor, touching both walls with the fingertips. And then place the hands down, draw that rear leg through the arms, hook the feet, straighten the legs, bend the arms and balance. Lifting up, separate the feet, spread the legs, shooting the right foot forwards, left foot back. Balance there momentarily before swinging back into a press position. Roll forwards, back to press, push up, and then push back to inverted V. The other side, right heel turns in, step forwards, left foot. Interlace fingers behind back, push the knuckles towards the ceiling, top of the head, moving forwards, face towards the floor, inside that left foot. Turn onto ball of back foot, reach forwards with arms, active arms, fingertips. Top of the head, moving forwards still. Push that rear heel back. Once again, turn that rear heel in. Send that left arm underneath the left thigh. Spread the arms like wings. Push the outer edge of that rear foot into the floor. Hands down. Draw that foot through the arms. Hook the feet, straighten the legs, bend the arm to 90 degrees and balance, squeezing the arm between the legs. Lift up. Take that right leg through the arms, balance in a scissor shape, and then shoot that left leg back into a press position. Roll forwards, front body stretch. Back down to press. Push up, and then push back to inverted V. Readying for the final transition to seated poses.
Hi, Mark from the Freestyle Yoga Project here. So we've reached the end of the standing sequences, and now I'm going to show you a transition into the seated poses. And I'm going to show you three versions, a tricky one, the full version if you like, a scaled down version, and an even more scaled down version. You take your pick.
So the full version from inverted V, jumping, crossing at the ankles and swinging cleanly through to sit. Second version, again from inverted V, it still involves a jump, but this time we're not going to swing through. Put the feet down, put the butt down, you're good to go. The final version doesn't involve a jump. From inverted V, just step one leg forwards, then the other, settle the butt down, straighten the legs, and we're ready.